all getting very exciting. We're coming down to the wire. As always, we throw a good party here at O&D.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries at all. So we're getting ready. Here comes the big reveal.
Can everyone find their seats? I'm trying and I don't ask.
Coming behind you, Lori. Okay, thanks. That's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. Me too.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Thank you and welcome everyone.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in this bag, okay?
Yes.
And the ultimate
So
bag.
I want to welcome everyone to a very special O&D holiday event that we have today. And we've made almost 400 or over 400 holiday tray favors. In fact, we made so many that we actually have leftovers. So if any of you would like to take some of the extras home, they are on a table over to the right. But we've had our business meeting already, so right now I would like to focus on the reason for celebration today and introduce it by saying that it will be close to 2 years that this Downing Park project was hatched among 3 extraordinary people. Dee Dee Petri, Mari Heckscher, and our very own Fenella Heckscher. It happened as Dee Dee was preparing to launch the successful Olmsted 200 campaign and wanted to meet with Mari, who had written extensively on Frederick Law Olmsted's first park design, and that was Central Park, as you all know. And you might say in today's vernacular that Fenella didn't photobomb the lunch that they had. She lunch bombed it, and she got herself invited to that meeting so that she could get her beloved Downing Park on that agenda, and that was Frederick Law Olmsted's last park design, and that was Downing Park. In the course of just a little over a year, and with the support and encouragement of good friends, here we are today, honoring the person who kicked it off. Actually, 2 people, Dee Dee and Fenella, because they were the ones who got this going. And I want to thank those friends and recognize them today from our own club, Jeanette Redden. And I want you to stand up. Jeanette, when we put the application in with the National Association of Olmsted Parks, Jeanette wrote a letter in support of that. And unfortunately, Terry Ann Menziger-Milch could not be with us today, but she also wrote a letter as part of that application. And I also want to recognize Kathy Stradar, and I want you to stand up and take a bow. Because it was Kathy, at the very beginning, who called Dee Dee, and she came up with the restoration initiative, and that's how we got involved with the GCA. So it's been a real collaboration. And I also would like to thank our partners in Newburgh, Kathy Parisi and Karen McCarthy from the Downing Park Planning Committee, and I'd like you both to stand up. And of course I left my 3rd page over there. I may be able to wing it because I would also like, do you have it? Oh, thank you. No, it's not, but I think I
Oh, is this it? There we go.
Oh, good, okay, thank you.
There we go.
worked very well together, as you see. And I would like to thank Dee Dee Petri, who encouraged us to apply for that GCA grant. And the Garden Club of America is here to celebrate as well, and I want Linda Fraser to stand up, another letter writer for the application, and Chris Duncan, who has been, both of them, part of the Civic Improvement Committee. And I would now like to ask Linda Fraser to get up and say a few things. And then we only have Mayor Torrance Harvey here with us today for about 45 minutes. So we're gonna make sure that we get him out of here on time because he is a teacher and needs to get back to class. Linda, thank you. Yes.
I had to make sure that I wasn't letting any cats out of the bag, so to speak. So we needed a little sidebar. Really, I want to thank the Garden Club, and I want to thank Pamela for giving me this opportunity to speak about Fenella and to say how proud we, that is the Garden Club of America and the Civic Improvement Committee, are that one of our very own, Fenella Heckscher, is being honored with a certificate of appreciation from the National Association of Olmsted Parks. Through the GCA, I've now known Fenella for more than 10 years, and in that time, I have been moved by the quiet, steadfast passion and thorough commitment she always brings to her club's projects. Over the years, I've witnessed what I can only describe as the magic of Fenella. I wish I could bottle her unique approach to problems. She sees the big picture. Undaunted, she envisions the solution, identifies the right collaborators, and then digs in with a hands-on approach to realize the vision. And she accomplishes all of this with a very gentle grace that inspires others to join in taking action. With Downing Park, Fenella ignited a program of rediscovery and restoration. This jewel of an Olmsted Park, with its stunning views of the Hudson River framed by a dramatic, oversized pergola, its meandering walks through trees and streams, and the amphitheater for the cultural gatherings, had certainly seen better days. But Fenella did not see the sadness of the 21st century version of Downing Park, but rather she saw the hope and promise of a restored park for the future. She saw the opportunity to recapture the vision of Olmsted and provide a natural resource for the surrounding community's enjoyment. As with most of her endeavors, she began with study and research, focusing on an Olmsted's master plan with the overlay of her own encyclopedic horticulture knowledge. She soon was ready to reach out and enlist the support of those around her. The Garden Club of America was honored to play a small role in helping to fund Fenella's plan and the Orange and Duchess Garden Club's restoration project for the park. And it is our honor today to join in the celebration of Fenella. Big cheers to you, Fenella.
And now I would like to introduce someone who is already a friend of our club and of the park, and that is Mayor Torrance Harvey, who is mayor of the city of Newburgh. He is also a history teacher at NFA for over 20 years. He is a poet, he's an actor, he's a writer, an author, and a man of many talents and great friendship with us. Mayor Harvey.
Good afternoon. Can we give Pamela Breeman a hand for She was amazing. She and I talk and coordinate and email and one another all the time. And I thank you, Pamela, for getting me here, for your persistence and making sure that I was here for this auspicious occasion. Please. I want to say again, good afternoon to everyone. Happy holidays. I want to thank all the leadership, and I know protocol has been already set, the leadership and the members of not only the Garden Club of Orange and Dutchess County, the Downing Park Planning Committee, as was mentioned, the National Association for Olmsted Parks. And we got to give another hand to Dee Dee for coming all the way from, Dee Dee came all the way from Washington, D.C. to share their news and and that's very important because, you know, my dad used to tell me all the time, you know, showing up means everything. You know, half the battle in life is showing up, especially for people who you care about. You know, those who you care about, and those who you appreciate. So I genuinely would like to say that we, as a city government, the city of Newburgh, appreciate the collective efforts that everyone in these organizations mean to us in the city of Newburgh, and our master plan, our vision plan, and our revitalization plan, which is to continue to enhance, beautify, and love the historic treasure we all know as Downing Park. You have our full commitment as a city government to continue to support and care for that beautiful park. I don't know if you all know about the upgrades and the things that we've done recently to the Poly with the new water filtration system that's connected to a very sophisticated piece of technology. I'm going to do my best to say that when there's a weather event, the Poly will drain down before that stormwater event, and then you know, so it doesn't overflood and ruin portions of the park and even the roadway and into people's homes. I want to say south of the park, and so, you know, there's been a reclamation of, I believe that's 3rd Street and things like that. You know, we're constantly talking to our new superintendent, or I guess you could say commissioner for Department of Works, Jason Morris, George Garrison, and the entire team on what we need to do to continue the efforts of planting trees, getting water into the park so that we can water the park and keep the park green and beautiful. So we will continue those efforts. And I know, you know, the Downing Park Planning Committee is constantly saying we got to keep or get more money into the budget, and we're going to continue to do that. So as the movie said in Jerry Maguire, show me the money, Jerry. And that's important. We have to put our money where our mouth is, and we're going to continue to do that as long as I'm mayor of the city. So in the spirit of once again of appreciation, I'd like to present a special mayoral certificate of recognition to Fenella Heckscher. And it reads, this is a certificate of recognition on December the 6th, 2022, awarded to Fenella Heckscher. The City of Newburgh recognizes and acknowledges your commitment to preserving our shared public parklands and honor your deeply impactful work in elevating the Downing Park's natural beauty for the residents of the City of Newburgh and beyond, because we can't forget about our neighbors, our visitors, stakeholders, and everyone that comes through our main corridor, 9W, and they pass that beautiful park and say, what is that? So thank you, Fenella, and I would like to present this to you. We can't forget, beside every great woman, is a wonderful man, her husband.
me, this is quite overwhelming. To have a Brit in this company around here where they weren't so welcome before. It's very exciting, but I think what you know is it takes a village, and the village happens to be extended over 2 counties, Orange and Dutchess. So thank you to Garden Club that allowed me to get into my passion of digging in the dirt and advocating for the park. It also takes knowing about Andrew Jackson Downing, after whom the park is named. And that was thanks to Maury, who introduced me to Andrew Jackson Downing as he was researching work on creating Central Park. So Andrew Jackson Downing is very important here, and has sent us in Newburgh, and I really appreciate the mayor being here today. As a history teacher, the history of Downing Park, I hope, can be part of spreading the word around the community. Can we make Downing Park and any current developments a win-win, both for the local community who deserve respect, and for the historic landscape that very much deserves its part of respect too. I think we can join things together as a win-win, and maybe our group can contribute something towards, if funds are needed. I doubt any funds are needed. No, can we contribute any kind of words, expertise, spreading out to the national level that Downing Park is seen, and bring this back for the good of Newburgh. But thank you all, and particularly Pam, for letting me dig in the dirt and enjoy what I really enjoy doing, gardening. Thank you.
Now it is my pleasure to introduce someone who is also no stranger to us. She came and visited and was our keynote speaker when we had the Parks for All People event in Downing Park. That was really one of the highlights of our year, and Downing Park's year as well. So Dee Dee Petri, President and CEO and past President of the Garden Club of America, came all the way from Washington, caught a 6 a.m. train, and is going back down there again today. So please give her a very warm welcome.
It was not a tough decision to come to this lovely event with this incredible club, the Garden Club of Orange and Dutchess Counties. Thank you again, Pam, for all that you've done, and to this table for all that you have done to support this incredible landscape here in Newburgh. It was my honor to be here 9 months ago as we really began to launch the Olmsted 200 Bicentennial. And since that time, we have had hundreds of events. We have had hundreds of organizations around the country. We have had hundreds of news stories. But I like to say it really all began here in Newburgh with the great energy, spirit, and collaboration that you have brought to this park. We like to say that Olmsted 200 is a birthday and a celebration, but it is really the beginning of a conversation. It is the beginning of a conversation about the principles that Olmsted cared about: equity, social justice, mental and physical well-being provided to us by nature, nature providing democratic spaces. All of these values are front and center to the activity here in Downing Park. And I just want to say thank you not only for renewing and restoring these spaces, but for understanding what Olmsted was really trying to do, which was to create these spaces in order to bring us together as a people. He had a phrase, communitiveness, not one of the best words, he doesn't even roll off the tongue. But he hoped that we would go into parks, we would be restored, we would be kinder to one another, we would show a sense of community, and that these parks would bring us all together, whatever we believed, whatever our socioeconomic level, whatever our race and creed. And I think these values continue to be incredible living values and part of the Olmsted enduring legacy. And it's right here in Newburgh. You all are leading the charge. We're seeing other cities like Louisville adding to its parks. Baltimore is getting a brand new park that is focused on the Olmsted principles. Buffalo, Rochester, Milwaukee, city leaders are putting an emphasis on restoring and renewing their parks. And so it is just great to see that being done here. And I can pledge to you that the National Association for Olmsted Parks will do its best to draw attention to what you are doing here, to the importance of saving this great historic and natural space, and to preserving this great historic park. Now, I have the opportunity to end this program with two more goodies. I did bring one thing for Mr. Mayor. I thought that when you are out in your park, you need an Olmsted walking stick. Follow up with the special award for Fenella. And as you have heard from those who've been at the podium, Fenella has really been here from the beginning. Her goal was to plant a seed, and she truly did that. She dove into historical documents, she studied, and here we are today. She weeded, cleared, planted, watered, often with the energetic assistance of the lucky man sitting at the table. And through her efforts, this great club has really done some remarkable work bringing the community together. I am so excited also about Tree Roots, something that is well underway, and I think a fantastic emphasis on what, again, this is all about. This is not about celebrating today. This is about looking to the future and the next generation, and clearly Fenella has her sights on that generation. So I am here on behalf of the National Association for Olmsted Parks. We're the only national organization dedicated to advancing the living legacy of Frederick Law Olmsted, to honor Fenella and more broadly the Garden Club of Orange and Dutchess counties for the incredible work underway in Downing Park. We believe this is an effort of national significance, and we are delighted to honor Fenella with a certificate of appreciation given in recognition of dedicated and exemplary efforts to protect and restore Downing Park, Newburgh, New York, a cultural landmark and place of healing and revitalization. So, Fenella.
We are about to have lunch soon, but one tiny last thing, it's hard to follow the try, but Fenella, we are going to be planting a tree in Downing Park that will bear your name and be in your honor.
What kind of tree, Pam?
A scarlet, scarlet oak.
Who chose that?
Oh, you're all right, yes. Well, and there you have it, an exciting end to an exciting day. From all of us to all of you, happy holidays.